Luton Town 1, Manchester United 2. I'm joined by Stephen Howson. Steve, that was a game, you're just saying then, that throughout the game, United were winning almost the whole time, and yet watching it, it felt like we were losing. That's so stressful, so, tense. What was going on?
I don't know. I know Kenilworth Road's a nightmare of a gaff to go to. They've took some scalps there. They nearly took United's, in all honesty. I think we were a little under par. Again, just no control in us. Not sure what we need to do to control the game, but somewhat. We counter-attack real nice. People are like, you counter-attack to get Luton. Yeah, well, we did. So, what do you want me to say? Just pretend we didn't because it doesn't sound good.
Yeah. And also, we won and we're 6th, which is a lot higher than Luton are. So it's not like we never win, is it? But it does feel frustrating, like I said, that we can't control games.
No, we're now within 2 wins of being 4th.
Yeah.
Which, again, what a fucking trophy for United. But ultimately, with the way this season has gone, we should have been, and the way we get treated by everybody and talked about by everyone, you would think we were where Chelsea are.
Yeah.
And we're not. We are probably on course to finish 4th, I reckon. I'm not going to say top 4 because it's 4th, right? You're not going to get anywhere near the top 3. So it's going to be the top 3 and then us on our own. And then probably Spurs and Villa a little bit off us behind is how I think it's now going to finish. As long as we don't get any more major injuries.
Just looking at the form then, United have undefeated in the last 7, won 6 of those 7 as well. My only concern with the top 4 thing is Villa are having a bad run of form. Tottenham are having a pretty patchy run of form. We've been excellent in terms of form, 6 wins out of 7 and 1 draw, and yet we're still 5 points off. When that form flips back the other way again and United lose a couple and Villa pick it back up, are you not worried that they're going to sort of pull away again as we go into sort of March and April?
No. Obviously it's possible, but no, I feel like United have had a horrendous run of form. It was before Christmas.
Yeah.
It was awful. And that was when we were struggling with all of the injuries. And all right, it's not like we haven't got any now, but Hojlund has started scoring goals. That's a massive factor. He's playing with confidence. He's settled now. Those first couple of months where about his own transfer fee and I've got to perform at United and you don't know what mental state he's in. Now, you give the guy 2 shots today, comes away with 2 goals. Okay, he ended up with 3, but from 2 shots, he's won United the game today by them 2 shots. And he's doing that regular now. Obviously, he's on 6 consecutive goals in 6 games. He's at Fulham at the weekend, Saturday.
Yeah.
He's scoring again, Joe.
I hope so.
Right? Because guess what? No other fucker is. So he's scoring again. And he'll get us the 3 points again. And we will go a step closer to finishing in the top 4. And we just got to ride out. I'm not looking forward to playing Liverpool. I ain't looking forward to playing City.
Yeah.
They're going to be proper shit games for us unless we do play it off the back foot. But guess what? Erik ten Hag is learning how to play without the ball. He couldn't do it last year. We went to Anfield and we went to City and we went, we'll just play our game. Oh, no, we got fucking tated. All right, cool. Yeah, let's not do that again. This season, he's learning how to sit without the ball and be happy with it and use the pace that we've got in Garnacho, in Hojlund as well, because he's not slow, and Marcus Rashford. And he's gone, this is an asset we can use. So when we do have to go to and play City and we do have to go and play Liverpool, guess what? I'm more confident now going into them games than when I thought he was just going to go, I don't need to adapt or play I just fucking play this, watch this. So, no, I think we're learning. I think we're adapting. I think we've got the best centre-half in the league in Johnny Evans.
He was very good when he came on, wasn't he? He was brilliant. It's mad. Just moving further up the pitch a little bit, Kobbie Mainoo again today. I don't, especially after Casemiro went off, he went, right, this is my midfield now. Amrabat, watch this. The way he sort of lets the ball come into him in space and he's got men round him and he'll just feint and turn away to another gap or a little back heel. What are we seeing here? We were talking before, and the only player we can think of in the Premier League who did this at this age was sort of Cesc Fabregas. And that was 20 years ago when he was playing, I think he was Arsenal captain by the time he was 19. But it's so rare to see what we're seeing. How good was he today?
But again, Fabregas, I would say, wasn't. He was never like a speed merchant, was he? So you can't say he was going to like crash around into people like Garnacho did. But he played with a lot more energy than Mainoo does. Mainoo's his only composure.
Yeah.
Like that's like what like if I said you can only use one adjective for him and it's like, oh, it's composed, right? Yeah, it's composed. That's all I can think of for him. I'm just going to check how many games he's played. I'm assuming this has been updated today. If not, he's played 11 games, 11 Premier League games. And I think they're probably not all starts.
No.
And one last year. All right, so he's played 12 Premier League games. In his life, Joe. Not this season.
No.
Not at Manchester United. Actually, I'll rephrase that. He's played 12 adult games of football.
Fucking hell.
Actually, he's played a couple more in the cups and stuff, hasn't he? But league games. It's a piss. You can imagine what he's like in 100 more games.
I know.
And he's still a rookie then. He might not even be 20 then.
What if I was just saying this before, and let's say obviously we expect and we hope, and with the great players and the top players, they go from where they are when they're 18 and they're on another level by the time they're 22 and another level by the time they're 26. That's the great players. But a lot of players come through at 18 and sort of stay about that level, don't they? A lot of them don't improve, and that's fine. Even if he doesn't improve, he's still going to be in United's mid. Yeah. Like, if he just stays, like, just don't go back. If you just stay how you are now, he's playing for as long as he wants to at Man United. That's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. It makes it look even more... I don't know what it makes it look. It's more of something. I don't know what that something is. When Ten Hag sought him out after the cup final and had his arm round him, and we can all presume and guess what he was saying. But whatever he was saying, he was right. Yeah. I don't even know what he was saying, but it was absolutely bang on.
It was spot on. We saw pre-season, didn't we, how it was clear he wanted Mainoo to come in, and the Arsenal game was fantastic, and then he got injured at that Real Madrid game. But you knew that Ten Hag liked him. And last season, where he kept bringing Mainoo on, or he brought him on a couple of times, didn't he? It wasn't a lot. But it felt like when we needed someone, and when he had those minutes to give a chance to a youngster, it was Mainoo. And since he's got there, he's clearly liked him. But just for him to do it every game, he's not put in worse than a 6.5 out of 10 yet. He's not had a stinker.
His performance in the United shirt.
Maybe the Tottenham game. I don't know. It wasn't bad. He's not been bad. He's had a couple of spells, or he's given the ball away dangerously a couple of times, but he's never had a bad performance. That's insane for someone his age, isn't it?
He's a good player, mate. And this is the thing, right? We've had youngsters like Fosu Mensah when he came through. Like, United lost a game when he went off at White Hart Lane. Might have been the last time we played at White Hart Lane, actually. We lost that game when he went off. But this is what youngsters do. They come and they bring an energy, and they crash into people, and they charge around the place like a bull in a china shop, and they make things happen through force of will and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get quality in that. And I would say Garnacho's one of those, where he is a bull in a motherfucking china shop. But sometimes he does something that makes you go, oh, wow. And it's usually a little bit of a skill, a little bit of quality. He's hit it perfect, that sort of stuff. Kobbie Mainoo, like, I think I've seen him run twice in those dozen games. Like, he doesn't charge about the place. He doesn't crash into people. He doesn't do the things that youngsters are supposed to do when they're in their first 50 games. He doesn't do that. He plays like a 35-year-old that's sort of just seeing his career out. Like, that's the hardest thing to wrap your head around with him. Is like, how is he doing this? How is he doing this? And what does that mean for when he matures? Because, like, you can extrapolate on a young Wayne Rooney.
I honestly don't even know. I don't know what the next few things for him to learn are, because that composure, like you said, he looks like, do you know when you get like an old pro, someone played League 2, League 1 or whatever, and they're 40 and now they're playing Sunday League? He's got that about him where, he don't have to jog and stuff, but his brain and his feet and his movement is just 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone. Genuinely though, I don't know what a player
You know
like
what we
this
should do?
progresses into.
We should just get him on all the gear, right? And we should make him absolutely super double mega jacked. And we should make him into Seedorf. That's what we should do. We just say, right, now you learn to crash into people with that composure and just bulldoze your way through stuff. That would be fun to watch.
And also give him, work for the next, he's 18, next 2 or 3 years, just work on that passing range, long passes, balls in behind, straight balls through the park, Carrick style.
Yeah, he doesn't have that sort of like deadly line breaking pass.
Yeah.
Maybe he can improve on his dribbling through the center of the park, because that's where you usually get the X factor of those true greats. They'll pick it up and move the ball forward themselves. I agree. Maybe range of passing. Can he start hitting that skulls it to Ronaldo maneuver, like receiving the ball in the center circle with his back to their goal, but he takes a touch to his left and he's not even looked because he knows where Ronaldo was going to be, and he's just fucking hit that sort of like missile style one just behind the fullback.
Yeah.
I learned that.
Yeah. But do you know something? That's the sort of thing you actually can learn. These are like, you can get a lot better at passing by practicing passing. You can't learn the stuff he's already got. That awareness of space, the vision, the composure, the control, just to see things for what they are. You can never get that.
I'll tell you I'll spin you a little yarn here, right?
Go on.
So there was a young man that I know that was signed at United, and he's just signed for Burnley, I think. Young teenage lad. He's left school now. Just gone to Burnley. United signed him at 11 or 12, and he was raw. He had a bit about him, but he was raw. And he was part of United's elite select squad, it's called, for a while, for a long time, until they released him. And it was a pretty tough release because they thought, this little fucker, once he got to United, he was scoring 7 and 8 in a game, per game. Like, absolutely. And this happens at 12s, 13s, 14s. United will, big boy teams, and they'll put double figures up against them. But this lad was scoring a lot of goals, and I mean a lot of goals. And it didn't happen for him. Like it doesn't happen sometimes for kids, it doesn't happen. But there was something that United said to him. And he said, you've got some traits that we can't teach. Which you just reminded me there when you said that about Mainoo. He said, we can teach you the skills, but the acceleration and the tempo that you play with, that can't be taught. And that was kind of the reason that they signed him. Now, he obviously didn't get to the required skill level that they thought he might be able to get to. But it's interesting that they think that, we can probably develop this part of your game if you've got this. Yeah. And I wonder if Mainoo's a similar sort of thing.
Yeah, he's got all the stuff you can't teach, and he's hopefully going to learn the stuff that you can. But, honestly, what a player. Right, thank you, Steve, for coming on. Thank you for joining us at home as well. Manchester United, 6 wins out of the last 7, 7 undefeated, a record-breaking 7 goal in 6 games now for Rasmus Hojlund, the youngest player in Premier League history to ever do so. Some good stats coming out of what felt like a pretty horrible game. Manchester United have won, and we are chasing the top 4. That's all that matters. Thanks for joining us.